have the utmost respect for Georgetown, but right now I hate my family. My family, my wife, her whole family, everybody went to Georgetown. That's why I played this game. And from now on, they have no deal of any scheduling priorities ever whatsoever. If they even bring up anything about basketball, they're done. So this is a tough team. This is a tough game. This is a tough team for anybody to play at this point. You know, we're not exactly built to play against a team like Georgetown. They're long, they're athletic, they defend, they don't make mistakes, they run great offensive stuff, they play tremendous defense, and you know, it's hard. You know, my guys have to compete. They have to compete at an extra level in order to be able to stay in this game for 40 minutes. I was happy with the way we played for the first 20. I don't think they're really used to their length, and we had some problems getting some shots off. But you know, the second 20, I would have liked to see us compete a little bit better. I don't think we took enough shots, to really be honest with you. And then we have to rebound the ball better. We have to find a way to get some of those rebounds where they're just not laying the ball in the basket.
Was this what you expected?
No, you never expect to lose. You never expect to lose by 40. I mean, if that was the case, you're not a competitor. You're not teaching the kids the right things. You know, you want to see you guys compete. Georgetown's a tough team to play against. They're not a normal high major team because they do a lot of good things. They play together. Their offense is set up where they play together. Their defense is set up where they play together. So for us, the game, we play some higher level teams and they press you and they give you opportunities to score, or you know, they don't run a lot of offensive plays. They don't do a lot of stuff on defense. So it makes the game a little bit more wide open, which allows us to get more space, which allows us to get easier shots. So you know, this is a tough game. I will not be scheduling Georgetown anytime soon.
Talk about their offensive precision to start each half. I thought they were able to separate themselves at that point and pretty much got deep.
Yeah, I mean, they really shot the ball well too. I thought we did a decent job. And when I watched the film, I'm sure we did some decent things defensively, but I thought their length, you know, we were a step slow to close out, and you got kids who, they understand where their shots are coming from. They take those shots every day, and we're a step slow, and we're a little bit smaller than they are, and they're just getting the shots off without being contested. So I thought we did a decent job at times. You know, I just wish we competed a little bit better around the basket.
What was your impression of the freshmen that played the majority in the second half for Georgetown?
You know, I think they're going to be. I think the way that Georgetown plays, I think that as they learn their system and they learn how to play the way they want them to play, they have their kids improve every year. You know, when a guy leaves, another guy steps in, and their freshmen, I'm sure, will be in the same instance. I'm sure they got some of their guys that their heads are spinning, trying to figure out what's going on. So, you know, games like this where they can play a little bit, unfortunately for us, you know, they get a little game experience.
Coach, down 14 at the break, and then I don't think you score a bucket until like the 12-minute mark. Is there anything you could have done to slow it down, to maybe do something a little better?
Honestly, to slow it down would have been probably counterproductive for us because we wouldn't have gotten any shots at all. You know, we're not a pressing team. You know, we're not a big team, but we don't have to play against Georgetown every night. So, you know, when we play on our level, I think we compete well. We are a matchup problem for some of the teams we play against because we are small. So when you play against a team like this, it's tough. I wish we came out and we tried to drive it on them, but they don't get spread out. And then they close out to the next shooter. So we had some shots that we didn't take. I thought if we had gotten them up, we would have been more flow to the game at the beginning of the half.
Coach, what happened with number 20 in your estimation second half? He didn't score.
Oh, Isaiah, you know, Isaiah just works. Isaiah is if he was like 6'6" or 6'7", he'd be playing in this league. You know, he's that tough, and he's that type of a competitor. A lot of times he scores because he can drive the ball, and when he plays against guys that are bigger, the whole team was bigger than my whole team, basically. So there wasn't an opportunity for him to get in the lane and overpower guys, and that's something that, you know, unfortunately the opponent had something to do with. Isaiah works as hard as anybody, and you know, I thought he's been our best player up to this point. So I think Georgetown did a good job focusing on him too.
Can you talk about defending a shooter like Hollis Thompson, and how good of a shooter do you think he is?
You know, I think in watching them play and their preparation for the game, I mean, they're scary. They're scary to play because they run stuff and they run it well. A kid like Hollis Thompson, he's playing really well from what I see. You know, and these guys are really starting to put it together. I saw the Alabama game the other day, and go down there and went on the road like that. I give the guys a lot of credit. You know, I root for these guys too. I coached against John when I was at Columbia. You know, A lot of stuff we run is the same stuff they run. I have a lot of respect for their system and the way they play. You know, I'd like to have 6'8" or 6'9" guys who do the same things they do. I think I'd be a pretty damn good coach.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff.